So you'll be learning behind the scenes how to do what we do and have done for 25 years, building gardens like the ones that you see on Pinterest or Instagram or whatever, and saving thousands of dollars, because you'll know the secrets to getting that done yourself. You'll learn about elevation changes, how to create them if you need them, soil conditioning, how to make your soil, bring it up, upgrade your soil without spending hardly any money at all. You'll also learn about turf and ground covers. You'll learn about using native plants. We go through low voltage lighting and drip irrigation, so you save, costs very little money to run this stuff. You'll also learn about working with materials, pre-existing materials. That's a lot. That's like one of the big secrets, is learning how to use the materials that are already there and using them to your advantage in a process that is not easy, but will be infinitely more rewarding than doing what you've done every other year, which is, I imagine, going to Home Depot, buying a bunch of beautiful annuals and mulch or something like that. All right, this is not that. This is not easy. This is work. But the other thing that we do in this process is we get the mentality. We try to get the mindset in place so that when you hit obstacles, we help you get through them, help you look at it in a way that you can take a step back, examine the problem, and then move forward, or move in a completely different direction and then return to the problem. So it's a really beautiful process to go through. The rewards are long-standing, meaning when you're finished with this is the kind of garden that you will want to be in all the time and enjoy all the time for many years to come. We're building 2 gardens here. Yay! I finally have time to actually work on some of our own gardens. And you know what? I need a plan. I need my own plan to do my own yard. So if I need a plan, you need a plan. Because I've built about, 150, 200 gardens all over the country, up and down the East Coast, between DC, upstate New York, in Manhattan, rooftops, backyards, brownstones. I even work at the Brooklyn Botanic Garden sometimes and judge other people's gardens. So if I need a plan, you need a plan. Scots would have you believe that plan should be Miracle-Gro. There is no miracle to what we're doing. And the real cost is sweat equity, there is work involved. Like every time you hit an impasse, you're not going to be able to run to Home Depot and buy the next, little shiny garden tool to fix your problem. And you'll probably be sore, right? I mean, unless you're smart and you do yoga all the time, this is tough work. However, the payoff for doing this is substantial. Like the idea that you could just fast forward and do let me tell you, I'll just back up a little bit. I come from a big family, 3 brothers, 4 boys. My dad was ex-Marine. I guess you could say was unaware of child labor laws. I like to say I could identify a good loam by the age of 5. The reason being, he was an organic gardener before anybody even really knew what the hell that was. Well, I knew because I was tasked with going to get horse manure from the neighbor's farm and wheeling that over to our yard. I helped him propagate azaleas and create hybrids. And truth is, a lot of times he wasn't really pleased with the level of my expertise. To him, I was kind of a dreamer. His motto was, when I say jump, you say how high. That was my dad. So my skill set really wasn't much appreciated, I should say, at that time. But I did walk away, from all of that, and I became a writer and a musician, and did well. And then at one point, my friends became aware that I could do this other stuff, and asked me if I would design and install a garden for someone in Alexandria, Virginia. And when I looked at that opportunity, the whole thing was just different, I had this stuff that my dad had given me in my back pocket, so I knew all about plants. I knew what to plant where, how it would grow, what it would look like, and what not to do, and where things, what shade and sun, and all of that stuff. I had all of that. But what now I was being asked to do was use that part of my brain that maybe my dad didn't really care about too much, which was the creative part and thinking and understanding, seeing where things were going to go and then figuring out how to put them there in a way that was going to work. So this was all hardscape stuff. Instead of so when you do the course, step 7, sorry, that's a spoiler alert here, is all about the plants, and that's what most people do, most people go out and they buy plants and they put them in the ground and they nurture them and hey, and that's not designing a garden. That's kind of I don't know, more like farming maybe. nothing wrong with that, but it's like a garden is different. A garden is something that you structure and you build and you decide where things are going to go and how they're going to go there, and then you bring the plants in there and then you take care of those plants. But if a garden is designed really well, it doesn't even need the plants necessarily to look good. I mean, okay, at the end of the day, it's all about staging those plants, and certainly, like, you know, like when plants are the stars, okay? But I need to figure out how to stage them, how to position them, and where to put them, and how to make that all work structurally. All right, that's what I'm talking about, and that's what this course is about. All right, so don't just go to, you know, step 7. You know, I'm very grateful that my dad gave me that step. You know, it's really come in handy, and I'm certainly, like, here's the bottom line. Like, in this course, I'm going to give you everything that my dad gave me, right? And then I'm going to give you my, you know, 25 years. I mean, it's been 25 years since that first garden that I put in Alexandria, Virginia. And I made some mistakes, and you don't have to make them. All right. So that's the whole point. The last thing I was thinking is like that, when I look at a flower, and my wife and I today, actually, we went for a walk. It's a beautiful day, you know, and it's just getting warm out a little bit, you know, that time of year. And you know, things are really scary for everyone right now, I guess. And so we're trying to, like, you know, enjoy each other's company. And I don't know where that came from. Anyhow, so we see these crocus, and we both stopped to look at it. And she says, I don't know why, like how, that little flower, like, just brightens me up. And, you know, she's damn right, man. Like, I don't know how, but I know it's true. I know it works. Like, I know when I look at a flower or when I'm in a garden, I feel really good when I want to be there. And so, like, if you figure out how to do this, you will want to be there. You will want to be in that space for a long time, many times. You will want to show others, like the way we look at pictures, like it's the same thing. Like, we want to see these things and enjoy them and share them. And of course, like, it inspires us to want to do them and create them for ourselves. And, like, you know, I was thinking, it's like that John Lennon song, like, imagine like all the people, like, if we all just did this, right? I mean, what would we have?